This is Dr. Eric Fields, an addiction psychologist specializing in gambling addiction. Today, I'm focusing on sports betting in particular. And what I'm discussing is why it is nearly impossible to profit from sports betting and get the rush and thrill that so many of you are seeking. Professional sports bettors are in it simply to make a profit. And while they feel good when they win games, they are not seeking any high. That is just a natural consequence of winning from time to time. It is not the end all be all for them. It is not the main focus or goal. And it certainly does not influence their gambling behavior. Professional sports gamblers do things like quitting when they're ahead and taking buyouts from the sports books when they think that that's a nice profit, no need to stay in it any longer and risk possibly losing it all. These are behaviors that compulsive gamblers never do. The one thing you have to be honest with yourself about is, why are you doing this behavior? What is your number one goal? And if you tell me it's because you think you can make a lot of money from it, then you better be able to back it up with A, you're actually making money from it, and B, you are not gambling emotionally, compulsively, recklessly, irresponsibly. You're gambling in a smart way. Okay? You have to be able to distinguish those two goals from each other. If you are in it primarily for the dopamine hit, or for the rush that you get, or from the extreme excitement and thrill of it all, and therefore you have behavior that matches that goal. So, in other words, you're going to be gambling in a fashion that is going to increase the thrill, increase the excitement, and therefore, by nature, increase the risk. So you're going to do things like betting a lot of money on a more risky type of bet. You are going to bet money on spreads that seem very unlikely. You're going to do live betting, which is the worst kind of betting that you can do if you really want to make money, because the odds favor Vegas. Because during live betting, Vegas now has an actual sample of behavior. And not to get into a whole statistics lesson here, but that means their ability to predict the outcome is greatly, greatly increased. And the other thing that you're going to do is you're going to place multiple bets at the same time to really increase the excitement and really keep the dopamine pumping. And the more bets you place, the less attentive you're going to be, the less thoughtful you're going to be, etc., 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 and thus the riskier it is and the more reckless it is. Now, I'm not here to judge anyone. So if you're okay with taking a lot of risk because you want that big dopamine hit and you want that excitement and rush, that's fine. But Do not delude yourself into thinking that you can have that and profit at the same time. It's nearly impossible. Those two goals are virtually mutually exclusive. So think of it this way. If you have the goal of making money, then you are gambling in a thoughtful type of manner. You are not gambling recklessly. You're not gambling impulsively. You're taking your time with your bets. You're measuring and calculating risk and getting out when you're ahead at appropriate times, or sometimes just taking the buyout from the sports books because you're already up and no need to risk anymore. But if you are not able to gamble that way, it means that your goal is very different. It's for thrill seeking, excitement, being on the edge of your seat, about to lose possibly a lot of money or win a lot of money, but either way, it's exciting. And therefore, your behavior with that kind of goal is very unlikely to lead to a profit, especially long term. Because at the end of the day, if this is going to be a profitable endeavor for you, if this is something that you're going to do to try to make money, well, you better be in the green. You better be ahead for your lifetime gambling behavior. I don't care if you tell me you were up $10,000 one night or $20,000 to $30,000 in a given week. It doesn't matter if you can't hold on to it. If you're up a bunch of money and you're basically lighting it on fire by continuing to bet and gamble in a reckless fashion, you're not a profitable gambler. You are a compulsive gambler. And that is fine if that's what you want to do. But again, be honest with yourself. What is the main reason for gambling, right? If you are a professional gambler, you are in it to profit, and sure, you get some ego boosts and excitement when you win from time to time. But that is really kind of like a bonus consequence, right? Or it's a perk, right? If you are a compulsive sports gambler, then that is the main goal, to get a dopamine hit and to get that excitement and rush. And if you win a little money from time to time, albeit on a short-term basis, then that is an unintended kind of consequence. Okay? This is Dr. Fields. I'll have more to say about this at another time. Please follow me if you want to see more quality content like this, and if you want to hear about various strategies and techniques to help you stop compulsively gambling.